a $400 premium Bandai Sentai Gear die-cast set, and Kamen Rider Tamagotchis. These are two items that I really want to talk about that got revealed on Premium Bandai last night, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Hello Tokusatsu community and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today's episode of Toku Talks is going to be about two particular items that were revealed yesterday. One for Super Sentai, specifically Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, and one for just the Kamen Rider franchise in general here. So this will be, I'm pretty sure, the first time Kamen Rider has been featured on Toku Talks, and it's like my favorite of all these franchises, and it's just not been here. So first I'm going to talk about the Sentai Gear Set because, oh boy, wow, Bandai, what are you doing? What is this? What is this? It's so expensive. Premium Bandai out of nowhere, I had no idea this was going to happen, dropped a really expensive exclusive die-cast Sentai Gear Set. But not just any Sentai Gear Set, it is a complete Sentai Gear Set. So this is going to be a set coming out in January of 2022, so it's definitely still plenty of months away. By the time it comes out, Zenkaiger will be just about over, but take a look at this. Every single Sentai is getting a release in this set. So you are going to be getting every gear that was, currently still is, Gashapon and Candy Toy exclusive if they were, a Legend Sentai gear of some kind. And you're also going to get Zenkaiser, which we've had plenty and plenty of, but it makes sense for him to be in this set. So right here, because of this picture, this is the first time we have seen what the gears would look like for Bioman and Go-Go 5. They were the last two that we still needed to see pictures of, and now there they are, right there. So nice that we get to see those. Now, I had mentioned these are a die-cast set, so yeah, they're metal. So they're going to be a lot nicer of a Sentai gear. So basically, all of the gold outline of the gear, like the actual gear piece, is die-cast metal this time. So it's going to be very heavy, it's going to be very nice, it's going to be very clanky like an actual gear, so that's pretty nice. The, logo of the Sentai, or the silhouette of the Red Ranger, looks like it's going to basically be the same kind of thing, probably a little bit nicer, chromish or whatever. I will say one thing, they'll actually probably, I would have to imagine, all actually match in shade. The Gashapon and Candy Toy ones, the shade is a slight bit different between the two different ones. The Gashapon ones are, I think, like a bit lighter of a gold shade, so they don't 100% match. From a distance, you really wouldn't notice, and it doesn't really bother me. But you will get consistency in this set. Not only that, you're going to be getting this absolutely gorgeous book display. So, it's so pretty. So this is going to be a big book that unfolds. It's like a portfolio book. It looks a lot like those, if you live in the US, if you ever collected during the 2000s, those US state quarters. I collected all 50 of those. It looks just like that. It's like one of those books to display coins or something like that, so it's pretty nice. So you're going to get this really big book that I assume that they're going to come in, and it has a nice little nameplate of Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger and everything like that. Closing it up, it still looks really pretty. It says like die-cast Sentai Gear Set on the back. I mean, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's a really cool way to display all of the gears, all 46 gears that you get in here, because you got to remember that Libra Ranger versus Pato Ranger would have 2 gears, so there's 46 gears total in the set. It is $400, and that's where it all kind of falls apart for me. So this is a really pretty set, and of course, I'm really happy to finally have seen Go-Go 5 and Bioman, which are undoubtedly going to be released in the Candy Toy or Gashapon line in our normal release. If you are a really big fan of Sentai gears, you can go and go all out on this set right now and get them all in one go. It's really nice for those who have not collected any Sentai gears yet. So if you're on the fence by collecting them, or you're gonna dread tracking down all these Gashapon and Candy Toy exclusives, this is perfect for you. One go, you get the best looking version of the gear, all said and done. $400 is a lot, not gonna lie, it's a lot, but, at once, you're paying, I think it's like, almost $9 a gear at that point, something like that, but, you factor in that it's metal, gears themselves already were like 400 yen or so that's like almost $5, so it's not horrible, it's just a lot at once. So right now, you can pre-order the set on Tokullectibles. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, I just really love their store. They have it for $400 as the full payment, that's with shipping included and everything, so you pay that and you're done. Or if you can't drop $400 right now, which I don't blame you, you can, if you want the set, you can pre-order it for a deposit of $200 and you pay the rest plus shipping later. On the deposit, you have to pay shipping afterward, which will make it a little bit more than $400, but yeah. So January 2022 for that. It is very pretty, but will I be getting it? Drum roll, please. Since I collect every single Sentai gear, I have every single version. I have every Candy Toy, Gashapon version, Deluxe version. That's why I have the Zenkaijus 3 times. I have bought the prize gears, the chocolate campaign ones. I have those on the way. So naturally, more gears means I'm not buying this. I'm not doing it. Bandai, No. One thing to note, if you do decide to go all out on the set, is they have a warning that says, warning, these are not guaranteed to work in the Deluxe Gear Telliner or the Deluxe Gear Dulliner toys. They probably will, but they say that for all this stuff. They said it with the CSM lock seeds. They worked in the regular one. They said it already with the Memorial Edition Ranger keys about the original Mobirates, and I assume that those are probably going to work too. It's just to cover, just in case something doesn't work for some reason. Granted, in the Dulliner, they would barely work anyway. Pretty much every single gear in the set, except for the O-Ranger and Shinkenger ones, are going to say Sentai Sam Tiny Revolution. The Bandai blog decided to really push me in the direction of not getting it, because they released a little blog post about this thing, and they showed off an unpainted version of the die-cast Battle Fever J gear that's going to be in the set. So this is not like a new type of silver gear or anything like that. I panicked at first when I saw it, but it's actually just an unpainted version of the die-cast one. But that's not the important part. Look in the background. What are those? Up in the corner, that is the purple corner of a dark gear, and in the other corner, that is the Saber Kamen Rider gear that we saw in the most recent Telebukun issue. So, toys are coming to those, which, I mean, is not surprising, but, like, finally, it looks like we are finally going to be getting toy releases for the Kamen Rider gears, and finally the dark gears, which means a Gear Tokullectibles might finally be around the corner, and that's what I want to save my money for. That's what I'm spending my money on. So thank you, Bandai, for, showing me that before I, out of nowhere with no self-control, spent $400 on a gear set. Now I can just save my money and buy the things I actually want. So thank you, Bandai. You saved me from giving you money. But where they have not saved me from me giving them money is with the Kamen Rider side of things. So naturally, this year being Kamen Rider's 50th anniversary, they'll be doing a bunch of different stuff to celebrate that. So they're going to be doing this set of Tamagotchi Rider ones, which they're calling Kamen Ridatchi, which are these really cute looking Tamagotchi Kamen Rider themed ones. So you can buy them as a set of 2, or you can buy them individually and such like that. So they are the same thing. It's just if you buy the set of 2, you get both of them. Both the different color schemes, but like inside the game and the graphics and what they do are going to be the same. It's just which design you like better. So there's going to be this green one, which is based heavily off of Kamen Rider Ichigo. It says since 1971 on it. It has like the typhoon and everything on it. So that looks really cool. The one that I like the color on that one a lot, but I think the design I like better is on the other one, which is this gold one that kind of has looks almost like a road or something background. And it says like Showa, Heisei, Reiwa at the bottom, so the 3 different eras of Kamen Rider. So I think that's pretty cool. So also, these are not very expensive. They're like 2,500 yen or so on Premium Bandai, and then on Tokullectibles they are 45 a piece or 80 for the set if you want both of them. I think I might want one. I genuinely am not sure. I really don't know yet. Now, to be fair, I've never owned a Tamagotchi, so I don't know if that's a good price for one. I assume it's probably comparable. But what do you get with this one? So basically, like a normal Tamagotchi, you're going to be kind of like training a rider, but you have plenty of riders to pick from. There are over 40 riders in this thing. So they have this really, really cool graphic popping up here of all the different riders that are included. And there's actually some kind of speculation we can go on based on this chart here. So they have it broken down by different eras of the franchise. So obviously, based off of the graphic here, you have the first Showa phase, which has Ichigo, Nigo, V3, Riderman, X, Amazon, Stronger, and Sky Rider. Then you have 2 mystery ones in that group there. If I had to guess about the 2 mystery ones in the first group, I would say, because they have them all listed as secret, so they aren't saying what the rider is there. But if I had to guess, my top guess is maybe it's Tackle from Stronger, and then maybe the Shocker riders from the original series, because that's like the only other extra riders I can think of in that group of riders particularly. So we'll see, maybe. In the second group, we have Z-Cross, Black, Black RX, Shin, Zeto, and J, and then a whole trio of extra riders at the end of that one. I don't really know what that would be. One of them, I think, maybe Shadow Moon or something. I'm just trying to guess. I don't know if the secrets are necessarily supposed to be correlating to that group. This is like a little arrow afterward. That's what I'm thinking. Of course, then we have the Heisei era, Heisei Phase 1, with Kuga, Agito, Ryuki, Faiz, Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto Den, Kiva, and Decade, plus one extra at the end of that era. I really am hoping that that extra is G. I think that'd be really, really cool. G has recently appeared in the Overquartzer movie back in 2019, so he's still, like, somewhat relevant. So I think that would be pretty cool to have him be in here. Moving on to the second Heisei era, the second phase, the second half. Of course, that is Double O's, Forze Wizard, Gaim, Drive, Ghost, X8, Build, and Geo. They have a secret at the end of that one. Not really sure what that would be, unless it's like that one is one of the Amazons or something, but then that would mean just one Amazon. Amazons is very likely to be included in here, because unlike one of the premium Bandai graphics for this toy, when they show off all the rider logos in the background, Amazons is one of them. So that seems to confirm that they're going to be in it, but they're not on this like screen display, so they have got to be some of the extras. At least one of the extras has to be from Amazons of some kind. And then, of course, we even have the Reiwa era down here. So we have 01 Saber. We have a silhouetted out third Reiwa rider, which is Revice, which they showed recently on the Superhero Senki poster, but then they pretended like they didn't even do that and have been having him be secret and everything else. But that's going to be Revice, that third one there. And then the Reiwa era has its own dedicated secret of some kind, which, I don't know, I mean, there's not much to pick from the Reiwa era already, unless they do another rider from Revice, since this toy will be out when the show starts, or unless they do like 02 or something from 01, or some other rider from 01 or Saber is really all they can pick from there. Or if they really wanted to go, like, really cool, they could do maybe like Kamen Rider Black Sun for the upcoming movie that comes out in 2022. That would be kind of neat. I'd like to see that happening, or the show, or whatever that's supposed to be. So that'd be kind of cool. And then we have just a box of 2 additional secrets at the end here, which kind of are like in their own little box, so it seems like they have nothing to do with any of the eras. So actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe those are the 2 Amazons. Actually, that probably makes the most sense. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So you can pick from any of that. So there's a lot of different riders to choose from there. And then there's going to be a couple mini games and such in here. There's going to be one mini game called Rider Kick, which is just kind of a rider running around dodging different obstacles. You're also going to get Challenge Ride, which you're riding on one of the motorcycles, and there's going to be like obstacles and such. And then there's going to be like a training mode where you fight against like shocker grunts and such. So that's pretty cool. I think this is fun. I don't, like I said, know much about Tamagotchis. I've never like raised one or, played with any of these before. But like I said, I'm kind of tempted by it. It's just a cool little trinket for the 50th anniversary. I can't wait to hear like what little sounds it makes and such. And I'm definitely curious on what those secrets are. But this comes out in December of 2021, so it comes out here at the end of the year, like I said, during when Revice will be on. And is also up on Tokullectibles, but I haven't decided yet if I need it. I have not decided. I think that's all I really got for this episode of Toku Talks. I love doing this series. You guys seem to really like it too. All of the episodes so far have done pretty well on the channel, so I would like to keep doing this series. It's fun to just kind of ramble out the camera about something. And these are 2 products that got revealed yesterday that I thought would be kind of fun to talk about here. So let me know down in the comments below, what would you guys like to see for another episode of Toku Talks? It can be from any of the franchises that I cover on the channel here. So, Sentai, Rider, Power Rangers, Ultraman, Metal Hero, all that stuff. Would love to talk about any of it. Of course, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on these 2 items. Are you going to be getting that Sentai Gear diecast set? Did you track down the other gears like I've been doing and you're going to double dip? Or did you, wait, and this is the perfect set for you? And what do you think of the Kamen Rider Tamagotchi thing? I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about that. But that's all I got. Before I go here, I do want to plug today is Friday, which means tonight I will be appearing on the Geek Each Week live show that happens every Friday night over on the Geek Each Week YouTube channel at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Pacific, which is just me and a couple of my friends. We were formerly RR The Streets, and now we have been rebooted as the Geek Each Week live show every Friday night, so come and see us there. It's a lot of fun. There'll be a link in the description below. We'll talk about this stuff, we'll talk about a bunch of other stuff, and not even just Toku related things. So if you guys would like to check that out, that's happening tonight and every Friday. So until next time, I'll see you all later. I can't wait to read you guys' comments, and of course you can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR. Now, I gotta go decide if I'm spending $45.